But, we go back to when in the summertime, when, basically Blake subpoenaed Google and wanted about 16 different content creators wanted to gain access to their information and their comms. And so she subpoenaed through Google all these people. Why? And what, you were one of them. Why are you standing alone? Basically, that was just that kind of went away, and now it's just you.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there were several phases of subpoenas she went through, and I phased them all, sadly. There was a Google subpoena, which a lot of us creators got, which was a pain in the butt. And then they were going through Google to get our Google data to, I don't know, it was 20 or something channels, dozens of channels and creators and journalists and people that were basically, we had to give over our financial and our data and a lot of personal information from our Google accounts. Obviously, that concerned all of us. And we challenged it. And everybody who challenged it, not everybody who got subpoenaed in the Google ranking revealed themselves. We don't know everybody, but from the ones that we gathered, anybody who did challenge it, she moved on. She dropped it, which was quite interesting. There was a part in that phase where I had my lawyer call Blake's lawyers, and I recorded it. I made it very clear. I'm like, hey, I'm on a recorded line. I'm pressed. Like, I'm looking for an on the record comment as to, is this real? I had my lawyers call first, and you're telling my lawyers it's not. I'd like to just have something on record confirm, is this Google subpoena even legit, right? Or is it spam?
Yeah, what'd they say?
And the receptionist was so flustered and clearly like sort of caught in the spot and was like, well, they told us not to comment. It was very off-putting the way it was. And I published that phone call on Popcorn Planet. It was about a few weeks later, Meryl, I don't think it was Meryl, it might have been Ezra, one of her lawyers, Blake's lawyers, tells Lyman that I illegally recorded the phone call and was defaming them. Like, which was completely false. If you even go to the link that they had in the filing, it's very clearly showed that I announced we're recording and I was, on the record. So they're just playing sneaky all this way. So what's interesting though, that coupled with a lot of the stuff that the other creators fought back on, I don't think Blake wanted any of that to be on the docket in the federal case. So I think that's why anybody who challenged, ultimately, she just threw it away because she knew that looked bad. Yeah. Perez Hilton's another one of mine who went through the same thing, now a personal subpoena, and he got the ACLU involved. As soon as they got involved out in Vegas, Blake dropped it because, again, she didn't want to look like I'm fighting the ACLU.
What freedom of the press, groups have you received support from? Have you?
Well, Perez connected me with the ACLU. We're in talks with them. We've been talks with a bunch, but I point out that because you asked why me, and I think Perez got out that way. The YouTube people got out because they were now fighting Google. I'm still sort of stuck in Florida fighting it with my lawyers, and I think they thought, well, you know what? Let's get this. We can maybe get this out of him. Plus, I'm making a documentary. There's a bunch of other reasons, but I think that's ultimately why I'm still sort of the last man standing, if you will, fighting this personal battle, because they thought, well, maybe we can get away with it.